Hi friends, we are going to discuss about a case study on Six Sigma project, and the first thing that we are going to discuss about the identify phase, in which we will discuss about source of project for which we have taken in this project, and how the project was selected and shortlisted for taking it forward. Now we will understand how the team used value stream map in for listing and identifying the projects. First, they understood the customer and its requirements in terms of what pack size and with what shift they can receive the material, and understood the forecast of the requirement from the customer in terms of 30 days, 60 days and 90 days. This forecast is processed by PPC, and the material requirement is placed on the suppliers again in terms of forecast of 30 days, 60 days and 90 days. They also understood that PPC gives a weekly requirement to the to the suppliers, and suppliers supplies on daily basis about 30 trucks to the company. Also, the PPC gives weekly schedules to the processes, and the processes based on the schedule manufacture the various products as desired by or as given in the schedule. The customer on daily basis gives orders, and these orders are processed, and shipping department sends these about 8 trucks every shift to the customer. The first thing that this team did is identified and compared the cycle time of each of the process step. They found the cycle time of the reaction process or reaction time was maximum, and therefore took it as the project for taking it forward. So the source of project value stream map clarified that the problem was at reactor, and the production of reactor had to be improved. We also understood from the data that OE was very high and further improvement in OE was not possible, and therefore we have to improve the yield of the reactor, or we can say the value adding time of the reactor. The further scoping down and to identify specific primary metric, we will go to define phase and later understand it in scoping down of the project. Once the project is identified, team is expected to prioritize the project, and if it is high on the priority, the team should take the project. So team decided to prioritize the project on the given scale, and first, based on the business and strategic imperatives, they found strategically the project is have annual level importance, and therefore rated it 3 on strategic importance. Then on profitability, they calculated and found if the yield increases, the cost of refining and handling waste will substantially reduce and will exceed 2 CR in savings, and therefore gave it a rating of 9. Also on profit, on revenue, the impact was very high because the production increase was substantial, and the rating again was 9. And in case of customer value, it was found that there was huge demand gap in the market, and if the productivity increases, the value of the customer is going to increase substantially, and again the rating of 9 was given. So based on business significance, these ratings are given. The second criteria on which the projects are rated is the manageability of the project. And within manageability, there are 3 criteria, which is time frame, complexity, and expertise level required. The team felt the documentation of the reactor process is very well done. The improvement of the productivity of reactor is the top priority of the management, and therefore the budgets will flow very fast, and therefore can be accomplished in less than 3 months, and therefore, or less than 4 months, and therefore highest rating of 9 was given. On the complexity, it was also felt that since only one primary metric is part of the project, they actually rated it 9 as on the complexity. However, on expertise needed, they felt the within function of reactor production it may not be possible, and therefore R&D, quality, and other expertise will be needed, and therefore on expertise needed, the rating of 3 was given. The last criteria for project prioritization is organizational amenability to be able to do the project, which means how prepared is the organization to do the given project. The amenability is measured in terms of data availability, the payback period, and the scale up capability of the project. So with respect to data availability, the team found that they feel that there are certain critical access for which data is not being recorded, and therefore they gave a rating of 3 to data availability. For payback period, there was very small instrumentation and some changes in control logic were expected, and therefore almost literally no investment, and therefore it was found that definitely the payback period will be less than 3 months, and therefore the rating of 9. With respect to scale up, team also felt once the concept is proven on one line, this can be replicated to all 7 lines, and therefore the scalability is very high, and therefore rating of 9. Based on this, the overall rating that was calculated based on some product was 624, which brought this project to the top of the list and became the first priority project. So friends, we learned about the identify phase through this case study. In this case, the team identified projects through value stream map and effectively prioritize it to identify if the project is worth doing or not. There can be many more methods for project identification which we can do and understand through detailed course, but this case gave us a fair idea how to identify the projects and prioritize them. The same case will continue in our subsequent video about the define phase. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the learning.